Hello. Today I will be showing you how to make this beautiful ice cream bar out of air dry clay. Obviously it's not going to be the same one because I don't make the same thing twice, but it'll be similar enough. Here we go. First off, you want to just take a big chunk of clay and kind of feel it out. Roll it around, getting it prepared for all of the interesting activities that are about to ensue. You want to make sure it's nice and rolled up because apparently, for some scientific reason that I do not understand, air dry clay needs to be kneaded and rolled before you start making it into something. So here's my little ball, which I realize is kinda small. So I take my air dry clay, terracotta, my favorite from Crayola. Nothing fancy, nothing too expensive like those other fancy brands. This seems to work for me and my purposes. I take some of that and I roll it up into another tiny ball. And then I look at it and think to myself, how am I going to do this? Is this the appropriate amount of clay? I don't know. Let me just roll up another ball to see if somehow I'll magically figure out what to do. And maybe even roll the other tiny one. And maybe even just put them on top of each other and make a little snowman. Why not? It's air dry clay. Do as you wish. Look at it. It's cute. Now, in all seriousness, this was a intentional preparing of the whole mass of what will eventually be the beautiful ice cream bar. Once you've rolled it up nice and you decide, you know what, I need to add even more clay because I don't have enough for my bar and the size that I want it to be, you just pull some more out straight from your beautiful air dry clay bucket, which should be a bucket because you should have gotten the Crayola. I know, maybe I shouldn't be shilling them, but they are a great brand of air dry clay. It works perfectly. And if my dog's barking in the background about how beautiful the air dry clay is doesn't convince you, I don't know what will. So anyway, we keep on rolling it up in preparation, and slowly but surely, you can start just shaping it up. Here is me spraying down the clay to make it a bit less dry, because the dryness makes it look ugly and have a bunch of cracks, and it bothers me. So I spray it down and keep rolling and rolling, making sure that it's prepared. So, you know, basically, if you haven't gotten it by now, the biggest part of this is just making sure that the clay itself is ready to play ball with you. So now, hopefully, you got to enjoy a beautiful ice cream bar, a real one, hopefully not made out of air dry clay. And because of that, you get to have a nice piece of ice cream bar wood, which allows you to hold it and keep it with you. And wow, my dogs really hate when I record audio, but that's okay. Having dogs in the background is known to increase viewership by at least 10%. Of course, I don't actually know that, but you know what? If I believe it, maybe it will come true. Anyways, we continue to make the bar shape. So far, so good. Starts off looking like one of those that have all the little almonds inside. Maybe one day I'll make an almond one. But today, I kept it simple, and it's going to be a smooth bar. Why? Almonds are very complicated to make. Although they're just an oval, something about them just needs that extra little bit of detail. Anyways, if you have a piece of spare PVC pipe laying around, you can just use that to smooth out and roll all of the corners, shaping that beautiful clay into what will be your fake ice cream. Who doesn't like fake ice cream? It reminds you of ice cream without letting you get fat. That's nice. Anyways, I continue to roll with my PVC, and as you can see, massaging the clay is the name of the game. This whole time, all we've been doing is giving the clay a beautiful, beautiful deep massage, making sure all of its little aches and pains are right outside of it. You just roll them right out, and look at that youthful, beautiful glow of the clay. Wow, I wish I could get rolled out like that and revitalized. Check it out. It's gorgeous. Now, you keep on rolling and rolling, and maybe you get tired of hearing this audio because all it is just blabber about rolling clay around. Maybe you should just listen to the ASMR Bible instead, which I do have, and maybe I might even magically link up in the corner if YouTube allows. I don't actually know much about posting to YouTube, but you know what? It's a journey, just like this clay. Make sure that you're always dipping your finger in some water and rubbing it on your clay to smooth out all those little imperfections. Get all those blemishes out. Clay does not like to have blemishes. I don't know why, but it makes it break. But you know what? We don't let things break around here. So we get it all wet and massage it, making sure it's all smooth and buttery, making sure it still retains its shape. And man, look at that ice cream bar. I could already see it, even though I am speaking from the future, so I have seen it. I know exactly how it comes out. And honestly, I think that soon you'll see that this might have been kind of a botched surgery for this clay ice cream bar. But anyways, continue to massage it, shape it, take a closer look at it, make sure it looks just like the ice cream that you want to eat. But don't eat it, obviously. I mean, you could. I guess air dry clay is, at least Crayola's air dry clay, should be edible in some way. It shouldn't kill you, I don't think. But I don't recommend eating it because I don't want to be sued. So now, take your little popsicle stick and stick it right up into your freshly massaged and prepared clay. Make sure you pick the side that you like the least before dipping it right into that terracotta colored clay. And bam, you have a beautiful bar of fake ice cream. Terracotta flavor. Who would have guessed? As we know, clay massaging is exactly what needs to be done if you ever want to be successful at making air dry clay ice cream. Maybe if you massage people for a living, making these clay things might actually be very, very simple for you. Probably have very strong fingers that can easily manipulate the clay into whatever you'd like. I don't have very strong fingers, and I struggle to keep the ice cream shape after putting the popsicle stick in. But that's just because I'm silly and forgot that I needed to prepare the entrance before just dipping the popsicle stick in. But that's on me. Look at that. Trying real hard to get that shape back. That's what I'm going to be struggling with. But that's okay. Maybe I'll just cut it out of the video. You won't even hear this. It'll be gone in the void. As you can see, you can pull out your PVC pipe and start rolling it back over, restructuring that bar, bringing it back to how beautiful it was before you put a stick inside of it. I guess putting the stick inside of it kind of ruffled some feathers and made it lose all of that relaxing energy that you'd rolled into it prior. Anyways, you can see here, we're bringing it right back. No worries, no stress, just slow and steady treatment of clay. Yeah, check that out. It's almost back. As you can see here, we have a beautifully finished ice cream bar. It has no blemishes, no marks, nothing. If it wasn't terracotta colored, you probably would mistake it for actual ice cream and devour it because it would be a sweet treat during the summertime. Let's get into some surgery. I'm going to pick out my tools and think real hard before I just carve this beautiful piece of ice cream into something silly and goofy. I'm thinking maybe hollowing out another cavity for the mouth, similar to the first one. but I want something interesting for the eyeballs. So I'll probably do some squigglies, kind of like old cartoons. After hollowing out the cavity, I go ahead and prepare it for the next steps, filling it with detail. Originally, I decided to make some teeth, but they look kinda goofy. I tried to rectify it, but there's no helping it. Even by adding a tongue, it still looks strange. So I decided to add a beautiful nose in order to turn the teeth disaster into a mustache masterpiece. Hopefully it worked. You guys can let me know down in the comments. But I think it's nice. Kind of weird. Kind of strange. Take a look at those angles. Huge nose. Not bad. Reminds me of something. I don't know what. But here it is side by side with the old ice cream bar. I think they fit together. Kind of like a deranged nephew and a very silly uncle. Who knows? Anyways, take care and please subscribe. Until next time, bye.